So all we have to do is bet on ourselves.
Right, yeah, just bet on yourself. Don't get in your own way. Know that you're enough. Like, all of that.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Tiff.
And this is
BOSSiS,
where ambition meets sisterhood.
and you hear real stories from boss women in leadership and business.
The highs, the lows, and everything in between.
Every boss has a story, so let's get into it.
Today, we're going to talk about the balanced boss.
Yes, and we're going to learn how to juggle without dropping, as well as betting on yourself. And you're going to see that you can work a 9-to-5, be an entrepreneur, chase dreams, and have a social life.
And to show us how it's done, we have wife, mother, God-fearing woman, chef, content creator, master tailgater, TV personality, spiceologist, you name it, she does it. Our girl, JustShanae. Welcome, girl.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yes. So, Shanae,
Yes.
we want you to tell them exactly who you are, what you do, and what brought you to BOSSiS.
Okay, so I feel like I'm here accidentally. Okay, my name is Shanae Johnson. I am a mom, a wife, content creator. I cook on the internet, so I'm a chef. Okay.
Yes.
I have a cookbook. I have a seasoning line. I'm just all over the place, but yeah, that's who I am. Oh, and I also have a 9-to-5 because
Period.
We'll talk
Come
about
on.
that later, but yeah.
Come on, that's what we're talking about.
She does it all.
She is definitely a jack of all trades, and we are absolutely happy to have you here today.
Thank you.
And we're hoping that you can share some information with our audience about how to be a balanced boss. So let's get started. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
How do you start? Nothing wrong with it. We're going to sip with you. We're going to sip together.
Let's
okay?
sip together. You ready?
Cheers.
Yes.
I'm
ready.
Yes.
So, Shanae, how did you get started? What brought you along this journey that you're on?
So in terms of content creation, it was by accident. Everybody knows a pandemic happened, and yes. So we're stuck in the house. I'm in the house with my 3 kids, and my kids were like, "Oh, mommy, you should get a TikTok." And I'm like, "Well, what's that?" That's like with the kids dancing and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, "No, mommy, you could cook your recipes on there. You can share everything that you have going on." So I was like, okay. So literally, I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking. I don't know anything about any of this. And the kids are behind me, and they're filming, and they're showing me how to edit.
What were you making? Just curious. I'm just curious. What were you making?
I was making some oxtail. And a crock pot.
I love it.
But I just didn't realize that people were really interested in cooking because it's something that I always did. Like, we always had Sunday dinners. Our family was always over. So when the kids did it, the reel took off. Like, I got like 10,000 views in an hour.
The first
one.
That's crazy.
And I was like, what? And at first, I was scared to talk on the video because I'm like, this is me. I'm a little nervous, And so I used to talk like this, like, oh my God, guys, here's the food. And so then my daughter was like, "Mommy, be yourself. You don't have to put on a voice or anything like that." So once I started to be myself, like, it just skyrocketed.
I love it.
So that's how it got started. And here we are.
I love it.
Look at God.
Look at God. Okay. That's crazy. So, Shanae, my question to you is, first of all, you said you stumbled on this by accident, right?
Yeah.
So when you decided to make this a thing, how did you figure out how to balance it all? Because I watch you. You're doing it all, girl. You are doing it all. How are you balancing it? Tell me.
Girl.
I need to know. No, seriously, I really want to know. Because I'm a watcher, so I see everything. I'm not really a participator, but I see everything. So tell me.
A learning experience. I learned along the way on how to balance everything. Everything took off so fast that I just wasn't prepared for, I guess the quote unquote fame of it all. Because with the TikTok, I did an upside down pizza, and it took off. It went to Access Hollywood, and they're calling me. The producers are calling me like, "Fly out to LA." I'm like, "Oh, fly out to LA."
You want me?
Me?
That's amazing.
It was just this whole big thing, and it just happened so quickly.
That's amazing.
And then, like, the checks started rolling in from TikTok.
I know, that's right. That's crazy.
Hold on. I thought, and I'll be honest with y'all, the first brand that reached out to me and they said, okay, we'll pay you X amount of dollars just to do a reel. I was like, y'all lying, you know.
Like, they really pay this?
Girl, when that check hit,
I know that's right.
I know you like, I quit my job and everything. I quit my job. I was like, she quit her job. I said, I don't make this in a month. I'm gonna quit my job. I'm gonna go home, had my husband come, he cleaned out my office for me. He was like, all right, well, this better work. I don't know nothing about this internet stuff, but it better work. So anyway, once I went home and I had to take it seriously, I was cooking, doing brand partnerships, but then I still wasn't being fulfilled. Wow. Because I'm a 9-to-5 person. I got my master's degree. Like, I love my job. Yes. Like, I love working with my students. Yeah. I love the whole thing. So it was something that it was like, okay, if you could go back to work, go back to work. Just so I could feel like I'm really, doing something. And I like my checks coming when I know they coming.
Right. You still want the
because with the brand partnerships, like, you might not get your check for another 30 days, 60 days. It just depends on the scope of your contract. So I called my job back. I said, hey, boss, can I come back? BOSSiS. Can I come back? So I was home for 2 years, and when I called her, and she said, come on, we need you, such and such is retiring, you can have her office. I said, all right, bet.
So what do you do when you're 9 to 5?
So I work for a graduate school here in Philadelphia.
Okay, nice.
I do admissions for graduate school.
Nice, okay.
I'm really passionate about that because I love going to recruit these students from like whatever college you're going to. I go down, I travel, I interview them for their careers in the healthcare professions.
Nice.
So that could be optometry, audiology, which is near to my heart because my child wears hearing aids.
Wow.
Occupational therapy, speech language pathology, all those different healthcare professions. That's who I recruit, and those are the students that I help. So it was rewarding for me to come back because there are students who I've met during their freshman year of college or undergrad who had no idea of these different health professions. And then once I spoke with them, I get to see them come to the school, get admitted,
That's
and
amazing.
then graduate.
Yes.
So, like, the crazy part is once I came back to work, one of the students was standing in the graduation line. I was only back in work for like a month. And she was in the graduation line. She's like, Miss Johnson, I made it. I said, oh my God. So that was like a guy.
so rewarding.
It was like, okay, you were supposed to come back. So.
And it says a lot about you that you could just pick up the phone and call and ask for your job.
Girl, you don't burn your bridges, child.
I know. People don't know that, guys.
I really hope you all hear that. Because we talked about that before on the show.
Did.
And just making sure that we understand that, yes, you can have a 9 to 5. Yes, you can have your dream. But if you are going to choose to go ahead and walk away from your job, don't burn that bridge because you never know when you're going to have to look back or want to look back. Not even have to because you wanted to because that was your passion. You knew that you weren't fulfilled. That's so cool. That's so awesome.
Yes. Now we see that you're juggling so much, okay?
My Lord.
What is the secret? What is the secret to juggling it all?
Rest.
That is good.
We talked about
Because
that
some people
before.
say, like a millionaire doesn't sleep. You get to it.
I need my rest.
I know that's right.
Prayer. I pray a lot. I take time for myself. Self-care is very important to me. I think that also just making sure that I don't overextend myself because saying no is a complete sentence.
It is.
So I don't have to do everything. I used to say yes to everything, even with like brand partnerships and different things like that. If it doesn't speak to me or if it's something that I don't feel that it's going to be aligned with like my brand, I'm not going to do it.
That's so important because some people get so focused on the money.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm going to just do it because it's the money, but you're not doing it for your own fulfillment.
Right.
And you lose that joy.
Right.
I love that you stand for stand on business.
Yeah. I want to know, as far as juggling it all, one thing that I see a lot on Instagram is your children, which I absolutely love. How do you handle motherhood and doing what you do?
Oh my gosh. So my kids kind of got me here. I told y'all that earlier. My kids got me to where I am, like, in the spotlight. But my kids, prior to the spotlight, were, like, my reason.
Right.
I had my oldest daughter when I was at Dell State in college, but still, like, walked across the stage a year later with her on my hip.
Amazing.
And skip a beat because, like, I mean, it was just really important to me to make sure that I, you know, set a good example for my kids. And even, like, you know, with us, not just me, my husband too, he's a very active father. He coached football. He's never missed a recital. Like, he's always been there. So I think because I have a great partner, I'm able to, like, balance more. It makes it a lot easier. So look, I'm here with y'all.
I know that's
and he's doing drop-offs.
I love
it. So,
that's
you know,
awesome.
it helps to, you know, have that supportive partner that's always, like, you know, encouraging you and telling you you can do it, even in moments when I feel like I can't do it myself, or if I feel like less than or insecure or anything like that, he's always speaking life into me. So I think that's how
I love that.
I juggle the whole thing.
I love that.
Yes, I
love that.
I love it too. And your children are very active. They have a lot of activities. So you're being pulled from, you know, your own, like you said, your 9 to 5, your entrepreneur goals, and then making sure that your children are everywhere that they need to be as well.
Right,
So I see you have your seasonings over here. Ooh. Tell us about these seasonings. We've seen it, but I want you to tell us about these seasonings. Tell us why we need the JustShanae seasonings.
And before you start, I just bought all 4. So I don't want no...
I'm coming over for dinner. I'm coming to dinner.
You see what I'm saying? They mine, okay?
So this happened by accident. Really by accident. I was in the kitchen with my daughter, my oldest daughter, and I was telling her, like, you know, I think I want to do a seasoning because I kind of use, like, the same seasonings all the time, but just, like, different variations.
Okay.
But a lot of questions I got on my Facebook or Instagram, TikTok, whatever, was like, you know, how much of this seasoning, how much of that seasoning? So I said, well, maybe I could do an all-purpose seasoning. So this is all they need. Like, you can just take this little razzle dazzle and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it got started. Now, how did it get on the shelves? I walked into my local meat market. Never been in this meat market in my life. Didn't know anybody. It wasn't like somebody put me on or anything like that. Walked into the meat market, and the owner saw me in there, and I'm just, like, filming just because you know, that's the way of the world. I'm like, oh, it's so clean in here because it didn't stink or nothing.
Wow. They got it.
It was so clean. It was so nice. So the owner approached me. He said, oh, well, can you put me on your Instagram? I said, well, you got to pay me if you want me to. That's right. Crazy, right? Okay, just crazy. Yes. So anyway, he said, I'll tell you this. If you put me on your Instagram and I get an influx of customers, you know, we could talk about whatever. I said, okay, fine. Put it on my Instagram. All of a sudden, like,
his customers start coming.
Girl, I was shocked. Little old me, I didn't know. They keep on saying I'm an influencer.
Yes, you are.
You are.
I was so shocked. They flooded this man's store. So his assistant called me. She said, he wants to speak to you right away. And I said, okay, I'll come back up there. So I went back up there and we did like a partnership. So I was promoting his store. And we just had a sit down, me, him, and my husband. And he was like, well, what is it that you want to do? And I said, well, I'm thinking about a seasoning and that sort of thing. And he said, I know a guy. I said, oh.
Wow.
So it was kind of like, just by chance, right? He happened to go in the store. He just happened to know a guy. Like, and next thing we know, like within a week, we were at the distributor. We were telling them, like, there were seasonings everywhere, like big ones. Yeah, and I was like, okay, a little of this, a little of that. Let's do this. Let's test that. And we tested it out, and here we are.
And that all just came by just walking into the store, not knowing what you were going to get.
That's why networking is important.
Yeah.
You know,
and be nice to people. You never know who you might meet, and I'm still in shock. When I go in his store and they're like, oh, that's the seasoning girl right there.
That's a celebrity.
Yeah, girl, please.
You are.
That's amazing.
All right, so listen, right? You have 2 signature taglines that you always say.
Yeah.
One is razzle dazzle.
Yes.
And the other one is the weather in Philadelphia. Oh, girl. How did you come up with those? I love them both.
razzle dazzle came out of nowhere too. I was like how I just told y'all, sprinkle a little razzle dazzle. I used to say that in the house with the kids. Like, I didn't know it was going to be a thing, but I read the comments, and everybody in the house like, oh, Miss Razzle Dazzle. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna keep on saying it. Yes. And then one day I was cooking, and the weather was just a mess in Philly. The weather was, and I said, oh, and the weather in Philadelphia is such and such. And they're like, oh my God, that's so cute. I was like, oh, that's funny. I'm gonna keep on saying it. So now when I don't say it, people
They're like, why you ain't saying it?
tell us what like, all right.
They are looking for it.
Yeah,
Wow. That's so cool.
I love it. How do you not drop the ball? Just curious. How are you not dropping the ball? Because I feel like every time I see you, you're just going higher. You're climbing. I see you doing new things. How are you keeping this ball afloat?
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I do drop the ball.
Okay.
Sometimes I do.
Okay.
But real. I have learned how to prioritize and how to, hold myself accountable when I don't meet the deadlines and that sort of thing. I know that this is something that I really want to do. Yep. I know that this is something that's feeding my kids, allowing my kids to have great opportunities, me and my husband to have great opportunities. It's something that I just never, it's like my wildest dreams. Like I never knew.
That's so crazy. Yeah. I'm so happy for you too, by the way. I am just so happy. I mean, genuinely just watching somebody just step out on faith, because that's honestly what you did.
Yeah, I stepped out
on faith and you bet on yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we've known you since
Child, talk about it.
the early 2000s, like late 90s, We are Camper kids.
We are definitely Camper kids.
Yes. So now that we have seen you blossom into this content creator, which like we just said is so dope, sometimes you have, sometimes you have internet trolls and you have people who are mean.
Yeah.
I want to know, how do you handle those kind of people?
The feedback.
And then what advice do you have for people who are trying to get into the content creating business?
So with the internet trolls, I just ignored them. Like at first it did bother me, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I used to let my daughter go at them. She had a little, she had a ghost page, what is this, fan page or whatever. I used to be like, go ahead, and she, but now like
I'm cracking up.
Yeah, right. That's so funny. Like, praise God, I don't have like too many. Like I might have some here and there, but I just ignore people because people don't really know you. They try to knock you down or try to just make you sad, but you can't let that impact you because I know who I am. I know I'm a positive person. I like to laugh. I love my laugh. That's one of the things that people told me about. They're like, oh, she laughed too much and all that kind of stuff. I like
that's who
laugh.
You are.
I'm fine, whatever. So I just ignore it. Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. I would say the same thing. Just ignore. Yeah. Because y'all don't pay my bills. Okay. You're watching, so clearly you're interested in my life.
And so I also bet on myself, and that was like one of the biggest things for me, to do, because I was so I guess I was kind of insecure in that way. Like I was thinking oh, nobody's gonna want to read my cookbook, nobody's gonna want to buy my seasoning or anything like that. And I had to sit back and say, Shanae, just do it.
Yes.
Because I just had to get out of my own way, because the cookbook, even though it's just coming out now,
hold it up, show people, show us.
You see, it's me.
Plate it,
knock on it.
Horror cover. Okay.
That's right, that horror cover.
The cookbook was supposed to come out probably about a year ago.
Okay.
And me and the publisher kept on back and forth. They're like, Shanae, you didn't meet the deadline. I'm like, I know, but I just don't know if anybody's going to want it or, that sort of thing.
You were slow walking because you were scared.
I was scared. You
were scared.
Girl, I was legit scared to even put it out, because the seasoning is one thing. And that was more so everybody in Philly is going to go to the supermarket and get it.
Right.
But the seasoning started to sell all over the country. I've been shipping this to Alaska.
That's crazy.
They really like my.
And I've even seen celebrities with it on their countertops or using it while they're cooking.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I love it.
That's me. I did it.
Yes.
But I just I really had to bet on myself and take a step back and say, Shanae, God didn't bring you this far to just leave you here. just try it. What's the worst that can happen?
That's the worst that can happen.
Yeah. Nobody buys it, but you did it.
I love that. Yeah. I love that. I think we all have these moments where we really struggle with, they call it imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
We have these moments where we really struggle with imposter syndrome, and we're not realizing that we can, and we're the one holding ourselves back. I know I do. There's no way in the world that I could get on camera. Honestly, I do the BOSSiS podcast and all that, but I don't like talking on camera. I don't like it because I don't think that I'm good at it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I love that you said just go ahead and step out and do it.
Right.
Yeah. I love that. It's so real. Thank you.
So all we have to do is bet on ourselves.
Right. Yeah. Just bet on yourself. Don't get in your own way.
Yes.
Yeah. Just know that you're enough. Like all of that. Yeah. One thing that helped me bet on myself, and I know I talked about my man before, but I just that man of God is good. Okay? That man of God is good. I mean, a strong black man.
Won't he do it?
Listen, and we met when we were 10 years old. Like
that is so
in the
amazing.
church, no less.
In the church.
He snatched me up in vacation Bible school, and baby, I ain't look back since. Hallelujah, won't he do it? Okay, come on, Jesus. Come for Jesus.
Shanae, one thing I love is that you guys' love is so genuine.
Yes, it is.
And I think that is why people really gravitate to you. It's just a real and it's natural. And you can see that that's really motivating you. I think it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And in your content, the two of y'all together, when y'all just be having fun, it's all about, like when we talk about that genuine relationship, that friendship, you can tell that's your best friend. Y'all really be having fun. Like when y'all be in the kitchen, like, all right, we gonna take these shots. I'm looking like, let me get mine too. It's so cute.
So cute.
Yeah, we're the same people on screen, off screen, whatever. Like,
I love it.
That's my dog. Like,
I love
that's my right hand.
And I like that you cook for that man. You cook for that man.
For my man.
Girl, tell us how you do it.
Me too. You know?
But how do you do that? He be getting good meals.
He be getting good meals. The kids get good meals.
Yes.
But it was very important to us when we became a family, had our kids and everything, to sit down at the dinner table together and eat every day, learn about the kids' days, learn about each other's days and that sort of thing. So that's how it started. So that's
a nice
why,
tradition.
yeah, we make sure that we all sit down together every night. Maybe not every night now, maybe like Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay. The kids so busy. But we definitely make sure that we, sit down and take a pause and, get to know what's going on in the family.
Okay.
Aww.
So you'll wake up on a random Sunday and just throw on some lamb and some grits.
And some, Sundays,
I'm like, whoa.
Football season. Come on, when the Eagles playing, I can tell me if it's like a away game, we gonna go there. We gonna cook some food. We gonna pull out the grill. I don't care how cold it is. It could be snow on the ground. The grill's coming out. We doing macaroni and cheese, some greens, some yams. Whatever we gotta do.
I love it.
I love cooking and I love family, and that's my love language. That's my way of bringing my family together. My family and my in-laws. Everybody's just one big happy, system.
That's so dope.
So our last question for you before you leave
the last one.
is, what makes you a BOSSiS?
Oh, child. Okay. I'm a BOSSiS because I am balancing everything. This is something that I didn't think that I would be able to do, but I'm able to draw out a schedule and balance and have multiple streams of income.
I know that's right.
Yes. Come on. Yes,
I know
love
that's
it.
right. So Shanae, how can people reach you? Like, we have the seasonings, you have your cookbook. How can they purchase it?
Okay, so if you're here in Philly, you can go to Royal Meats Market or Gerard Meats Market to purchase a seasoning.
Okay.
Or you can get the seasoning online as well as the book at plated-by-chefnae.com.
Yes. I love that.
Today, we learned that you can be a balanced boss. You can handle it all, and you can work a 9-to-5, be an entrepreneur, have a social life, and chase dreams.
Okay.
I love it, Shanae. Thank you so much for coming. And don't forget to stay boss, sis.
Period.
Yeah.